Shalom. I want to start off by giving all glory, praises, and honor unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the brothers that teach in truth and sincerity. Shalom to the elect and hopeful elect and the 1/3. Alright. So pretty much I was meditating on how like 2/3 they can't get it, they can't get this truth. Alright, whereas someone that's woke to this truth, alright, and the Most High has woken up, they see the signs around them, and that always point back to confirming this truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would watch maybe you might watch a show or a movie, and like a certain scene or clip of that movie, it's spiritual because it relates back to the scriptures, but a 2/3 wouldn't be able to grasp that. You know what I'm saying? They think that's just there because it's there. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we know that the elites put in symbologies and signs and whatever, certain scenes to basically to see who can get it, but they know that the majority of the people won't get it. And my point is only the elect will pick up on it, and see the signs. Right? Just for an example to give, in 12 years a slave, right? The slave owner was reading out the Bible, and he was quoting, I think he might have been reading Genesis 25, basically talking about Jacob and Esau. Alright, and he said Jacob and Esau. And if you know who Jacob is the progenitor of these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And Esau is the progenitor of the so-called white race. Alright, and Jacob and Esau are brothers. Alright, but the Most High separated the nations. Alright, he made sure that we're two separate nations. Alright, but certain things like that was just an example I had to bring out, because why would they put mention Jacob and Esau in a slave movie, right? Knowing that a whole bunch of Jakes are gonna watch that movie, but a whole bunch of Jakes are not gonna do the diligent research or even know to pick up on that Jacob and Esau reference, right? But we in this truth, we know what's up. Esau just being the devil, putting it in your face, but he knows that majority of Jakes won't get it anyways, So that was pretty much my point. Like, we see things majority of these people can't. Alright, especially for our people, for our nation, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna get into the scriptures. This is Ezekiel 12:2. And it says, Son of man, thou dwellest in the midst of a rebellious house, which have eyes to see and see not. Alright, so that's my point. I confirmed my point, right? Because our people have eyes. Okay, some of our people are blind. Alright, but majority of our people have eyes to see, right? But what does the scriptures continues on to say, and see not? So how come they can't see? Alright, because they're blinded by this truth. Alright, they're blind. Most High blinded them to this truth, right? So that's why they carry on about their day like nothing, like everything's all normal, right? They don't seek for answers. They don't ask questions as to why life is the way it is. They just keep it moving, man. They're gonna find it out. They're gonna get it their own way, pretty much. That's their mentality, It says they have ears to hear and hear not. All right, so they might hear us on the corners or prophesying and teaching the truth, but they don't really hear us. They're not really trying to take us in. They're deaf artists. You know what I'm saying? They have ears on their ear. All right, you can have a conversation with them, but when it comes to this truth, they don't hear it. The Most High blocked them from that. All right, but part of the reason is, it's going to get into it. It says they have ears to hear and hear not, for they are a rebellious house. They're rebellious. The Most High You're not dealing with them because time after time after time, we've been in captivity, right? We go into captivity, we repent to the Most High, and then after we repent, the Most High redeems us out of the captivity. We go back into doing wickedness, and then the cycle will continue and continue. So then the Most High made it 2/3 set for judgment in this last go around, and then they'll come back into the kingdom. You know? And it says Matthew 11:15, quick precept. He said, "He that hath ears to hear, let him hear." All right. And why is Yahushua saying that? Because a lot of people, they have ears on their head, but they can't hear this truth, man. They don't hear this song. You know, but Yahushua didn't care anyways, because he said, yeah, if you want to listen, listen. All right. He didn't care if you listened or not. But if you were wise enough, you know that Yahushua had knowledge, you would listen. All right. Only if you would listen. You know. So that's the point. This is Deuteronomy 28:29. It says, "And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt only be oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee." Alright? So a lot of our people are groping at noonday, and they're blind. You know? They're blind as to what's going on, man. Not understanding geopolitics. Jake does not consider geopolitics whatsoever, man. That's the ignorance of our people, man. They're only occupied in what the hell's going on within their city, within their neighborhood, within their hood, within their block. You know what I'm saying? Their radius of thinking is really small, man. They're not thinking global. They're not thinking big. They're not thinking that all these events that are occurring on the other side of the world are actually happening for their sakes. They're not taking that in. They're not considering the fact that we're a day closer to the mark of the beast, RFID chip, World War III. All right, the economy collapsing. But the best thing yet, all right, the return of Yahushua and the establishment of our kingdom. They're not actually considering these things. All right. So they just they're blind to it all. They're just groping and moping throughout their life, man. They carry on. You know what I'm saying? It says, "And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee." And yeah, we are oppressed, okay? Because we always get the short end of the stick. All right, whether you make it high up into this entertainment world or sports world, whatever you do, man, you're always gonna get that short end of the stick, man. All right, I don't care how rich you get, you're a paid slave, man, and it is what it is. You have rules to abide by. Okay, if you don't follow those rules, okay, they take the money out of your account, man. It's nothing for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? So our people are just high paid slaves. Not all of our people, but the ones of us that are the people of our nation that make it, they're just high paid slaves, man. They might make more than the average Jake, but they're still slaves. You know what I'm saying? This is Job 12:25, and it says, "They grope in the dark without light, and he maketh them to stagger like a drunken man." All right. And what's that light, man? That wisdom, that knowledge. Our people don't have that, man. So our people are just in darkness. They don't know what's going on around them. That's why they're staggering, man. That's why you might what's that expression? Pretty much when you get one step forward, right? And then something happens, and then you get 10 steps, something bad happens, and now you're 10 steps back. So you're never actually progressing in this place, in this society, you know what I'm saying? And our people don't consider that. So it's basically, our lives are synonymous to snakes and ladders. You know what I'm saying? You might go a few steps ahead, but then you're just gonna go right back down. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is for all the whole nation of Israel, man. I don't care how rich you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. That's what all these nations, all the nation of Israel is under the same curses. All right. This is Isaiah 45:7, and it says, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things." All right. And the point I just wanted to get into is, I form the light and create darkness. All right. That light's not also just talking about the physical light and the physical darkness, but basically the spiritual light and the spiritual darkness. All right, because the light being the wisdom of this truth, yet our people don't have it, man. You know, because the Most High created it and severed their mind from it. You know, so our people are just in darkness. They're in darkness. That's what they have. They have darkness. You know. And this is Matthew 5:14. It says, "Ye are the light of the world, and who's the ye?" That's the elect. All right, it says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid." All right, just like over on the highways and byways, on the chief gates of the cities. All right, we're not hiding, man. We're out there. We're out here. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jay, I say I'm out here. We're out here. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. It says, "Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house." All right, so we're trying to give light to all that come across us, man. And they walk by, all our people, try and give them that light, that knowledge and wisdom. All right, and it continues on. It says, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." You know what I'm saying? So for us that do have the light, we're trying to share that light. You know what I'm saying? And even on your everyday life, man, you might have a friend that's whatever, it's just in the world, or even a parent, right? Like your biological parents, and they might see something in you that, you know, like, oh, this guy's different. You know what I'm saying? There's something about him. Why is it like that? Because it's a light, it's a wisdom, it's your mindset. The Most High put in you, man, your spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's because that's what the Most High, you know what I'm saying? He set you to be the light of the world, so you're gonna stand out in a spiritual manner. You're not gonna stand out in this carnal world through fame and all this crap like that. You know what I'm saying? But through your wisdom, the way you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna stand out that way. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of our people, they don't have this light. Going back to my original point. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was the point on this lesson. And shalom.